Okay, everybody, it's time to take on the final mapstone area of the first book. So let's dive right back in. Alrighty, so what we want to do first is we actually want to turn around here because the area we need Sam to get us up there. So let's leap on up here. Now we're just going to do this one by area just because it's quicker that way. First, we have a character floating around, so let's beat him up. I would like to purchase your services, sir. Thank you very much. Alright. And we've got Natto out of the way, because if he spots you, he will follow you up here, which is where our next one is. We have 7 statues that we all need to destroy. I like to just hit them once first, just because it's much easier to get it the first time without running out of time if they've already taken some damage on there. So now we only have to hit them twice in order for them to be destroyed. So we get plenty of time to do that even if we accidentally, you know, like, screw up. Trying to collect as many studs as I can while I'm doing this. There we go! There is a Mithril brick for our troubles. Alright, so let's turn around here. You might have heard that little chittering in the background. We need to play another game of whack-a-mole. As if we haven't done this before, but it's still equally as entertaining every time. Actually smacking them in the butts. Hi! No, I'm not, but that's just what it looks like from some angles, and it's just funnier to think that way. Okay! Alright, so let's ring the bell and open the doorway! First, runaway stud. Where did it go? I'm not gonna worry about it. There you went. Sir, what are you doing? How can I help you?
My family and I were walking near the dead marshes when a herd of oliphants appeared. We avoided being trampled, but in the commotion, my son dropped his toy snake. Would you mind searching for it?
I can do that for you. Alright, so let's change our angle. We're gonna go this way a little bit. And let's rotate the camera around. Let's get a better angle on this. We need our explosives to open this right up. Okay, you kind of weren't supposed to throw it behind you, but since you were facing the wrong way, that actually kind of worked. Alright, so Gimli, need your services, bro. Kindly open that doorway for me, thank you. And smash that out of the way. Let's pick that up. Alright. So let's head for this little top area right here. So we're gonna go this way a little bit. I think this is the spot I want. Yes, this is the spot I want. Okay, we're gonna go down here, but we're gonna get some studs first. But if we can get the camera to cooperate with me. Technically I can shoot these from the bottom, but in case you need to get back up here, which we will not, we're just gonna shoot these arrow posts. And I think I just got them all accidentally. Yes, okay. To heck with that. But yeah, that's how we can get back up if we want to. We will not need to, so there we go. Alright, so let's come over here. Sure, shoot this rock out of the way just for some free studs. And now we're gonna make these lily pads. Now we're gonna bounce right over. Catch that little, I almost just called that a stud, that brick in midair. We're just going to switch characters and let him find his own way back. There we go. So now we need Gollum's help. Decline to climb up that wall, sir. Thank you. And let's head through the chute. Now it'll take us to directly across the river right here. There's no one there. It's okay to come out. So let's climb up yet another wall. I love how they all have fish bones on them. I mean, I know that's the part of the game's way of identifying them as climbable walls, but they have a different texture as well, so I don't get quite as necessary. Oh. Yeah, this one can be a little tricky too, because you can't change the camera angle very well here, and occasionally he accidentally just jumps off while he's climbing. Yeah, like that. Well, he's climbing the wall. Alright, so let's switch to Legolas. That was not Legolas, because we're going to need him in a sec. Nope, actually, no, that's not going to work. I forgot I had him as an active character. Alright, I'll get back over there and I'll meet you there in one sec. That was an accident. Okay, now that we've safely changed to Legolas at the top here, as I think we might have gotten stuck in the bow. What the heck? There we go. We need to hit that to shoot a line across. And there is this massive owl over here. This thing is huge. I mean, it's cool, but it's really also kind of creepy. I mean, look at this thing. Look at this thing. It is taller than I am. Look at this. Look at this. What kind of owl in this world is this huge? And he's just staring at us. He's like, oh, hey, buddy, I just perched up here. Sorry from scaring the crap out of you on my massive butt. Does Middle-earth really have owls this huge? Or is this like just some kind of scaling issue and he's supposed to... He should have been flying off or something. I don't know, but it creeps me the heck out. I mean, it's cool, but it's really creepy how massive that thing is. I'm just saying. Alright. See, this time he did find his way back on his own. I'm going to shoot that, because that's going to raise a gate here. To a chest, which has another mithril brick in it. It's more like a coffin, actually, but... Ugh. Alright, so we have another doorway over here with a crank. Now, the guide studs for this one are actually inaccurate. Like, if you actually select it, it actually leads you back to the top area where we started, like where the moles were, and the trail just stops. For some reason, it marks it as, it marks the vertical, directly above where it is on the terrain instead of where it actually is. So if you ever do that and you're wondering why isn't there a brick in this area, it's because it's down underneath here. It's not up top where the studs actually, yeah, see, they actually lead you all the way back around to directly above where it is. The vertical marking on it is wrong. So just thought I'd point that out for anyone who's confused, because it certainly confused me. I'm like, where is this thing? And then I realized it might actually be down below, and it was. So we want to fish, because the crank is actually in the water, as you've probably guessed. It's not the first time this has happened. So let's practice our perfect fishing. We'll get the trophy for that eventually. Alright, so there's our crank. So let's open up the gate here. A double gate, which is interesting. You see, this guy is still appearing behind me. No, I'm not going in the wrong direction. I'm going in the correct direction because it's in this room. Alright, I personally like to call this the Legend of Zelda room, because that's just what it reminds me of. I'm just taking care of the obstacles out of the way first off the bat, just so we can don't have to worry about it afterwards. You threw it too far, sir. But basically what we have to do is these push blocks right here. We have to push them along the pathways to these spots right here, which will light the torches. There's 4 of them in all, and once all 4 of them are lit, then we're going to get our brick. That was the wrong thing. I need you. See, that's going to lower it. So now we can lower the crossroads. So now all the obstacles are out of the way, and it's just a matter of pushing the blocks. Now obviously there's inclines over here, so once you push them down, there's no going back, but you don't need them to go back, so that's okay. But yeah, this room just reminds me of all those block pushing puzzles in Zelda, so that's why I call this the Zelda room. It's a little bit of a different kind of puzzle for this kind of game. Not that there's anything wrong with it or anything, it's just different. I'm not sure that's what kind of vibe they were going for here. Gimli, would you get behind it, please? But it's just something worth mentioning. So you go over there in this corner. At least it's actually smooth pushing, unlike Ocarina of Time, if those of you guys have played that, and you should have, because everybody should play that game. Not that I'm going to be one of those people who's like, oh my god, that's the best game of all time, but it's a great game. You should play it anyway. But at least there's not like this massive delay every time you push something where you push it and you stop, and then you push it and you stop. It's like, do people not know how physics? Because it actually takes more energy to get something moving than to actually keep it moving. So Link is wasting all that kind of energy, you know, with all that stop pushing and everything. And I know he's pushing blocks like 8 times his size, so naturally it does take a lot of energy to keep it in motion, especially if there's friction on the floor involved. If you ever try to push something across a rug, it's harder than pushing it across a smooth wood floor. But still. Alright. So now we've taken care of that, and you guys had your minor lesson in physics and all that good stuff. I didn't need to switch characters there, but I just felt like it. Let's jump across these, and thankfully I didn't fall in the water this time because I'm terrible at jumping at that angle. Let's talk to you.
I love feeling tall. I used to have this terrific box to stand on, but the blasted thing finally caved under my weight. I reckon a feathered tap from Helm's Deep would raise my spirits again.
So he's like Edward with Full Metal Alchemist, you know, having the hair antenna to make himself taller. Noted! I don't think that necessarily that was what it was a reference to, but anyway, we got another quest right behind us. Gimli, would you get out of the way of the bush? Thank you.
I meant to catch enough fish to feed the army, but I'm terrible at it. Craft me a Mithril rod, and I might stand a chance. I'll make it worth your while by helping you get 4 times richer.
That seems fair enough. Too bad I won't be able to afford that for quite a while. Alright, so I think that's almost everything. I just want to double check real quick just to make sure that we have... Where is the statue? That we all have all but one... Okay. Okay. Alright. So we want to take this boat right here. Let's jump right in. And go across the way here. How we can steer mostly straight with this thing with only one oar on one side, I do not know. You know, that's not a hard jump to make, Gimli. Thank you. Ignore those guide studs because they're still for that one I showed you. So we have both a... Huh, he's not here. Uh-oh. Glitchiness! There's supposed to be 2 things here, and neither of them are right here. That's a problem! That is a big fat problem. Why am I running into so many glitches in this game? On recording, by the way! I would like to point out I have not run into a single one of these glitches when I've been practicing and plotting my paths or anything, or making sure I know where things are. Not a single time. At all. I do not understand why this keeps happening. Oh, wait, I know why. I know why. Because they're only available at night. Durr! Okay, so now that we've gotten that stupidity out of the way, I completely forgot about that. And yeah, again, I'm getting that massive studs, which I've never seen any guide mention it, but I'm pretty sure is when you travel to an area during each time of day for the first time, you get a bunch of studs for it, kind of like a first-time bonus or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Would you let go of the arrow? Thank you. Okay. So now we're going to go back over here. See, now there's actually, if you can see in the background, there's a fire there. That's what we need. Well, not the actual fire itself, but... Alright, so back in our boat. And now we'll travel across the beams. See, Sam is an infinitely better jumper. Who could be a tightrope walker in the surface? Alright. So that guy's got our blueprint. Let's just punch him once and he's dead. That was easy. And our other thing is actually hiding, our brick is hiding in the corner here. In this little itty-bitty box right here. Kind of easy to miss, but thankfully since things are marked on the map, it's not hard to find out. Now, unfortunately, we can't put this fire out, but there's nothing in there. So that is everything for this area. However, I'm just going to go back to Frodo. Since we're so close, the next mapstone area actually only has 2 mithril bricks, and they're literally right next to each other. And since the pathway literally takes us right here, we're just going to take care of this as well on this set, rather than making a separate 2-minute video out of it, because that would just be stupid. So our first one is in this little cave right here. We need Frodo's flashlight for that. And the second one is not very far either. And this is the one thing I didn't do in practice. Okay, it's just a little further down. I think we need Sam for this one. I think. Yes, okay. So yeah, basically yank that open with your rope, and there we go. That's the sole 2 bricks for that area. It is the easiest mapstone area. Yeah, see, we've already gotten those 2. I mean, it's not worth making a separate episode out of that at all. So, alright, so we've got everything we can now. So, now we can finish off this episode. And next time, we're going to take care of, now that we've done all the areas of the first book, we're going to go back and turn in some of the treasures we've collected to some of the people looking for them in those areas. So, thank you for watching, everybody. And I hope we'll see you next time. Don't look so sad, Sam. Everybody give Sam a hug.